Hi everybody, I'm Hub Arkush. He's Nate Atkins as we wrap up the Chicago Bears veteran mandatory minicamp for 2015 from Halas Hall. Nate had a chance to visit with arguably the most important new acquisition of the offseason, Pernell McPhee. He was the first big signing, he's the big money guy, and he's the guy that they want to build this 3-4 pass rush around. Nate, your first impressions after talking about how he's going to do with that job?
He just seems very cognizant about his role here and the things that he needs to change in himself. I mean, it can be easy to just get wrapped up in the money, a $39 million contract, probably the one guaranteed starting spot, one of the few on this defense. But he realizes what that has to change in him. You know, he talked about getting to play behind Elvis Dumervil and Terrell Suggs last year, future Hall of Famers as he talked about it, and he only played about 50% of the time. And he realizes that he's got to add some things to his game, namely coverage responsibilities. He even threw out Randall Cobb and said trying to guard him is going to be quite a task, and just any guys like that in this division. And also just being a bit more of a leader all the time, showing all these million of outside linebackers they have here what it's like to go every day, hard every day, every play, and all that kind of stuff.
Well, and Nate, you're talking about the key to the signing. You know, Pernell McPhee, a guy with 6 starts in 4 seasons in Baltimore. Not only does he want to emulate the players he played behind in guys like Terrell Suggs and Elvis Dumervil, but he's got to prove that he can play 60 minutes, that he can meet all the responsibilities of the position, dropping into coverage. He rushed the passer from both the outside rush spot, the 4 technique end, the 3 technique end, the 5 technique end, and the 30 front. But will he be able to play 60 minutes and be a complete linebacker?
Yeah, and that's just what he talked about over and over again, and he said his goal is to lose what he calls body fat, baby fat. He played at 285 last year. He says he's about 285 now, and he wants to drop about 8 pounds for this season. He knows that he has to slim down to be able to kind of stay in coverage with some of these slimmer receivers.
Yeah, it's a fascinating point because you don't find too many 285-pound outside linebackers in 3-4 defenses. But again, he was asked to play the 5 technique, the 4 technique, and a 40 front end linebacker. Here, it sounds like he's getting ready to lock into that outside rush linebacker spot. That's where the Bears will need him most. Minicamp in our rearview mirror. Next up, we're with you from Bourbonnais. It'll be here before you know it. To keep up on everything that happens between now and then, stay with ChicagoFootball.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.